In the heart of Lagos State, Nigeria, nestled behind towering gates and high walls painted in gold and white, lived a man named Chief Doroji Aluko. He was a man whose name commanded respect, or at least fear. A wealthy oil magnate with political connections, Chief Aluko had everything money could buy. Cars that gleamed like mirrors, a mansion with imported marble, and servants who bowed deeper than necessary. But for all his wealth, he had a strange, cold habit. He never gave to the poor. Every evening, his cooks prepared feasts fit for kings: sizzling meats, steaming jollof rice, fried plantains, rich stews, pepper soups thick with goat meat and spice. When the clock struck 10, whatever wasn't eaten was ordered to be thrown into the incinerator. Begging mothers would gather outside his gate, babies tied to their backs, pleading, "Chief, even if it's leftover rice, please. Baba, my children haven't eaten in 2 days." But Chief Aluko would wave them off like flies. "I don't feed beggars," he would say, adjusting his agbada. "Go and work." Some servants secretly wept at the waste, but none dared disobey. To them, he was a god in human flesh, until the day his kingdom crumbled. It started with a bad deal. A shipment went missing. The government changed. His accounts were frozen. And then one morning, the EFCC agents stormed his home like thunder in rainy season. Everything was taken. His cars, his mansion, his reputation. By the end of that month, Chief Aluko was squatting in a one-room apartment in Mushin, his phone full of unanswered calls. The politicians he once drank champagne with? Gone. The pastors he once lavished with tithes? Silent. His family had scattered. Even his driver now drove a local councillor. For the first time, Chief Aluko was hungry. He walked to the streets where those same beggars once stood. This time he was the one asking, "A beg, sister, anything I fit chop?" But they looked at him like he was mad. "You dey whine me? You Chief Aluko? You get mind ask for food?" He collapsed outside a buka that night, trembling with hunger and shame. The next morning, the newspapers carried the story. Former billionaire Chief Aluko found dead in Lagos, suicide suspected. He left no note, only an empty bowl and a worn-out agbada. But the story did not end there. His distant relatives, sensing an opportunity, planned a lavish funeral to save face. The obituary was printed in glossy paper, and his body was laid in a white casket trimmed with gold. Cows were slaughtered, coolers of jollof rice stacked high. The drinks flowed like river water. And then they came. The same people who once begged at his gate. The street children. The old women with shaky hands. The pepper sellers, the bus conductors, the beggars he once scorned. They filled the tent outside the event center. And they ate. They danced, they drank, they laughed, not out of joy, but out of justice. "This man wasted food while we starved," one old man said, licking soup from his fingers. "Now look, he feed us in death." And as the sun set over the bustling streets of Lagos, a new saying was born. Even the proud shall serve, even if only in death.